Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, another episode of Caffeine and Green with your man, Connor Cardenas. And before we get into it today, I just want to give a huge shout out to the title sponsor of Caffeine and Green, which is 7 Seas Roasting Company, coming straight out of San Diego, California. My home roaster, and most of the time where you'll find me during the week. Now, what's so great about 7 Seas Roasting is that we're doing things a little bit different in specialty coffee. We're working with coffee farmers in villages in Laos and Vietnam, and we're bringing those coffees to life. But along with that, we're also showcasing other amazing coffees, Colombia's, Ethiopians, Guatemala's, Mexican coffees, which is coming down the pipe, so get ready, y'all. Now, full transparency, I am the head roaster at 7 Seas, as most of you know. But regardless, I think by now y'all know that I'm giving you straight fire with that coffee. So what I want you to do is head over to 7seasroasting.com, put in my code C&G at checkout, and you're going to get a deal, which is 3 bags of coffee for $30. I mean, that's a no-brainer if you really think about it, because 2 bags is $32 right there. So you're essentially getting 1 bag of coffee for free. It's a no-brainer, like I said. Now, right now, we have the El Jaguar, which is amazing. It's chocolate. It's nutty. It has a little bit of orange zest up front. We also have an array of new Lao coffees. The Katuat Village, we have the Phodom Kwan, and we also have the classic Setapung. Now, we also have some other things coming down the pipe, again, like I mentioned, so be ready, but that's what you have to choose for, and we have amazing, they're amazing coffees. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and again, use that code C&G at checkout, that's CANDG, and you're going to get that deal 3 for $30. Now, unfortunately, the charity coffees, which is the Kaha Collective and the Spikes Roast, don't come in this deal, but you still have so many coffees to choose from, it's all G. So head over, guys, C&G at checkout to get that deal. My guests today are extremely awesome and bringing a first to Caffeine and Green. We have the first doctor to ever come on Caffeine and Green. That's Dr. Kyle Brown. He's today's guest, along with the returning alumni of Caffeine and Green, Mr. Paul Sewell. Both are rad individuals. We got into some crazy, not really crazy, but just awesome conversations about skateboarding, about health, about physical therapy, and Southeast Asia. It was crazy. It was all over the place, but it was also very informative to find out about how people are out there, you know, especially for skateboarders who sometimes think about not being able to skate and do another profession at the same time. Dr. Kyle Brown is there to prove you wrong. Physical therapist, and he's still a pro skateboarder for a company in Thailand. He gets into that in the podcast, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. It was so awesome, so informative, and I look forward to having them both on again. So without further ado, Dr. Kyle Brown, Mr. Paul Sewell, this is your time to shine, homies. Let's go. Caffeine and Green. It's your boy Connor. What's good? Good. Caffeine and Green.
Deep breaths.
And we are live. Boom. Welcome to Caffeine and Green, Dr. Kyle Brown.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir. Salud.
Cheers.
Mr. Paul Sewell. So, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Kyle Brown is coming on the show today to basically be the first doctor on Caffeine and Green. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's an honor.
Glad to be here.
And as a bonus, a special guest has arrived, and it's Mr. Paul Sewell.
Yes.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yes. You know what's awesome about this? When we were at the True Skateboard Mag, shout out, their release or their art show or whatever that thing was.
Yeah, it was like
anniversary
collabo.
party.
Yeah.
Anniversary party. I looked at Paul, and because Paul was there, I was just all hyped. But I was like, dude, what about if we got like you back on the podcast, but with like a skater kind of panel thing? But now it worked out where it's like, oh, well.
Oh, perfect.
Kyle's here.
Yeah.
Skater
Yeah.
and a doctor.
Yeah.
And it's Paul's return to Caffeine and Green.
Love it.
Episode 11, if you haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, that's fucking badass.
That was a good episode.
Kano got me out of my comfort zone. And yeah.
Dude, he showed up at his episode, like the first time we did it at 7 Seas. you had like a starter jacket, but like an old school SD one.
There's a Levi's. I think it was. Oh no. I think you're talking about my SD one, right? Yeah.
Like the hat. Like
It was
the hat you're wearing
Ebbets. It was an Ebbets Field jacket. My
Have you
wife
seen that
got me.
jacket?
I haven't, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
there. You need to show him that jacket.
It's pretty legit.
It's so.
You only
Yeah.
break it out for special occasions.
Yeah, I mean, the way that company works is like you order it and then they hand stitch it once you place the order.
Oh wow.
And it's like
really?
it's like all like Negro League or like original MLB teams from
Yeah.
like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
So that jacket represents the San Diego team that was in downtown. So it's there used to be a stadium right
Before the Padres.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait,
yeah.
aren't the Padres in downtown?
no. Yeah. So interestingly enough, like they used to be in Mission Valley, right at Qualcomm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Padres used to play in Mission Valley
Oh, okay.
for many
Did
years.
not know that.
But when Ted Williams was a Padre.
Ted Williams Parkway.
Yeah,
That's where he's a
Yeah.
professional baseball player.
he was. Yeah,
Dude,
he
I
was a
had
Red
no
Sox.
Legend.
Yeah.
Idea.
Yeah, he's
Oh
a Hall
my
of Famer.
I didn't know he
God.
played for the Padres.
Yeah, but that was before his career took off. But yeah, so there was a stadium, like Broadway Pier, like downtown, like where the Midway is, the USS Midway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There used to be a stadium right there.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Learned
So it's
something
called
new.
Lane Field. Yeah,
Oh.
man. Yeah.
So like we're waterfront, not like deeper into Waterfront Park. Like,
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Damn.
anyway,
Thank you for that little history lesson of San
Yeah,
Diego right there.
yeah.
That's fucking tight.
I mean, I'm a pretty diehard fan,
Yeah.
but it's kind of tough these days.
You know a lot, Paul.
Yeah. But this isn't about me. This
Yeah.
is about Kyle. So let's get back to the subject matter here.
I will say I'm an Oakland A's fan, and they suck as well. So I know
But-
your pain.
But Kyle is
The A's
also
are,
an
the A's are
Oakland
good
A's
this
fan.
year.
Are you an
They're
A's fan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some,
Let's do
son.
it.
Go A's.
Kyle's from the Bay.
Are you from the Bay?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck. Where are you from?
Napa Valley.
Napa Valley?
Yeah. Where are you from?
Fremont, California.
Nice.
East Bay, nickel dime all day, son.
East Bay, love it. That's sick.
Dude, that's fucking tight, dude.
So A's, Raiders, and Warriors.
Yep.
Nice.
Are you the same?
A's, Warriors, Niners.
That's my brother. Dude, he'll wear a red jacket with a fucking A's hat. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, it's
Color.
it's a weird combo, but it's just the way it is.
that's fucking tight. So you grew up there the whole time?
Yeah, born and raised in Napa County in a little town called Calistoga. Population
Yep.
about 5,000. Really small town. And I lived there until about 4 years ago when I moved down to LA.
Shut up, dude.
Yeah.
No, so wait. One of the things I wanted to ask you about was how you met Walker. And now I'm like, well, you lived in Napa, so he lived in St. Helena, right?
Yep. Yeah. So St. Helena and Calistoga are one town apart. So like 10-mile drive. So yeah, we're neighbors.
So definitely if you're like actually good at skateboarding, you're definitely going to run into each other. You're like, oh, wait, hey, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been skating for a long time together.
Kyle was the hometown hero back then. Like all of them looked up to Kyle
Like
because
you were the dude who was
he
the
was
best.
the dude.
Yeah. I'm a little older.
Yeah.
So
Really?
yeah.
There's this weird town up in the mountains. I don't know if weird's the right terminology, but it's called Angwin. And
Angwin?
yeah, and
Okay.
there's this college up there did you go there, Kyle?
Yep.
Yeah. So anytime I would go up there to skate, they'd take me to all their hometown spots, which were like super hometown. You're like, is this really a spot? Anyway, there's this 14 stair there that was massive. And everybody was like, yeah, Kyle ollied this back in the day. And I'm like, how the heck did he do that? Like,
How many was it?
14.
14, okay.
Yeah. And this was like, what, late 90s? Or early 2000s?
When I did it,
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's big. The ground is super crusty.
Is it like a stretch 14? Is it
It's
like
a long 14.
Yeah,
long
it's a
14?
14.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kyle was and still is the legend of Napa Valley skate community.
The only big set of stairs I skated.
Ever? Dude, a
Ever.
14, that's I
It
don't
was
even
big.
I'd never ollied
Yeah.
a 14. I didn't even want to look at a 14 like nah.
Yeah, I don't look at them anymore. Yeah, I don't mess with those.
Dude, so let's get right into it. I mean, for me, the one thing I wanted to know is like, you're a doctor, you're skateboarding, you actually like you skate. There's a difference when I meet people, and I've said this on the podcast before, is there's people who are like, oh yeah, I skate. It's like, do you skate or do you skate?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, I roll around. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you don't skate.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but to see people coming up now, people who got like really good at skateboarding
Mm-hmm.
and progressed and then but did something else, and you went down a completely different path, but you're still shredding. Like, that is so sick when you're really, really good. And you're really, really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, just like Paul.
Thank you.
Really good too.
Paul's good too.
Super good.
Yeah.
But for me, when I was like finding out about you and doing all these things, I was like, dude, the first thing I, of course, wanted to know, but I didn't, you know, it's a stereotypical skateboarding question, but like, when did you start skating?
I think I got my first board when I was 5, but I started skating consistently at 9 or 10.
Okay.
So pretty early on. Yeah. Before there was a skate park in my hometown. And before I knew about Angwin, I was just skating in my little hometown. It's pretty, there's not many spots, but you know, you make do. And then a few years after I started skating, they made a little skate park in our town, and that's when I like started to learn tricks and, you know, get decent. And then downhill from there.
Did you watch videos to learn tricks, or were you just figuring, you're like, oh wait, like
Yeah.
or maybe other people kind of were like kicking their board around?
Yeah,
or-
I don't think I got as many skate videos as y'all did down here, probably. But, you know, I think the first video I watched was the Mad Circle video, Let the Horns Blow. You guys remember that one?
I do.
I don't, but
Really?
I'm sorry.
Carl Watson, man. He had
you
a full part
serious?
in that video. Yeah.
Dude, that might be just
Yeah.
before. I'm a 33. I might have just missed that.
So, yeah, right before your time.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
early 90s.
Because Carl Watson was already like the legend when I met him.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, you know.
So that was the first video I watched. So I didn't have access to as many videos. We were just kind of secluded.
Okay.
But every video that I got, I just watched hundreds of times. So yeah, I got some stuff.
So you knew it was already possible to like pop, flick your board,
Yeah.
do kick flips, 3 flips, whatever.
Yeah.
Did you know the names of the tricks, or did you just like, oh, when it does it this, like, you know,
Yeah.
flip your board this way?
Yeah, I figured it out little
Sick.
by little. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
You know what's tight about that, and just like, you know, I think I've said this before, but when I lived in France, and I went to the skate park and I was looking at it, and I heard them saying like names of tricks in English,
Mhm.
and I thought these fools spoke English. I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, same
And
language.
so I went over and I started speaking. I'm like, yo, what's up, homie? How you doing? What's good? And they're like, you know, I don't remember how they said it in French, but they were like, I don't speak French. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. But then they realized I spoke English, and my French was like broken,
Mhm.
and theirs was like no English,
Mhm.
and they fucking were just like, they would point, and like the 5-star would be like, kickflip, like,
Yeah.
Nice.
got you, homie.
Nice.
You know, but sorry. So that's why I was like, that reminds me of that. Is like,
Yeah.
you know, whether you see it or you speak a different language, skateboarding always just you're gonna figure it out if it can be done, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
Absolutely.
What I think is like super impressive, because I didn't know that about you, is that you started skating in a small town like that where there isn't any influence. So you kind of like dug it out, you know? Like, who did you skate with in your town? Miles and Michael? Or
Yep.
Yeah.
I had 2 or 3 friends that skated, but then later on Walker.
Yeah.
I skate with Walker more than Dave up in Angwin.
Sure, but I mean, like, the fact that you discovered skating in like a small town like that and like found a love for it is amazing. Because my story's lame. I freaking went to the X Games. My brother took me to the.
Hey, that's
freaking-
not lame. That's
It's
not lame. I had the same
Yeah,
way.
but you know what I mean? Like, it was always in my face
Yeah.
because I grew up in San Diego. Whereas I anytime I like have friends or loved ones or people that I know that skate and like the way they discovered skateboarding, it's like they have more heart in it. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Because for me, it seems so like cut and dry. Like,
But dude,
you know,
I guess the only good thing about growing up skating in a small town is everything new that you see, every magazine you see, every new video you see is extra exciting because you're
Yeah.
kind of secluded.
Right.
You know, it's not as normal in a small town, especially the town that I grew up in. So it makes you, I don't know if appreciate is the right word, but like when you're first starting to skate, it's just extra exciting.
I feel that I can agree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
in Fremont, there was not a lot of skateboarders. There
Yeah.
was 3 skaters at my high school.
Yeah.
We all knew each other.
Yeah.
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 You know, and then that was like my freshman year.
Mhm.
And then throughout the years, I think maybe a couple more skaters popped up, but
Mhm.
it wasn't, dude, there was under 10 for sure.
Yep.
Coming from Fremont. But I mean, you were definitely from a small town.
Mhm.
Fremont back in the day wasn't like small, but it was smaller. For you, especially, new spots, everything's extra exciting. What motivated you to like get tricks? Because to get good and as good as you've gotten, there has to be some sort of like next level drive that you're, that's getting you to motivating you. You know?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm sure I had skaters that I looked up to as far as, that guy is this good. I want to see if I can get that good as well. So the little access to good skateboarding that I had, I guess I always just had that vision of trying to, get onto that level. And I never quite got there, but that's what kept me motivated.
And
I'm trying to think of who those people were.
Yeah, I was going to say who, but see, even
because in my hometown, I was like I was the older dude out of the crew. So it was probably guys like Bill Pepper.
Damn.
Yeah, he was Napa.
He was the Napa legend.
Is he from Napa?
Yep, he's from Napa.
I did not know that.
Yep. So we would always, watch his old video parts and get psyched on him. And there's a couple dudes in Santa Rosa that we'd always look up to.
Mike Russick. Mike Russick's from Santa Rosa.
Yeah, but it's more there's guys more OG than that, like Phil Sewell.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah,
because
the Santa Rosa Park was close to us back then. So Phil Sewell, Mike
Russick.
Tim Broch is, I don't think he's from Santa Rosa, but he'd come there every once in a while.
I skate the Tim Broch Memorial Contest.
Yep.
Did you skate him?
I didn't.
Dude.
But I know about those.
Okay. Yeah.
And Tony Trujillo was kind of coming up at that time. I think he's kind of the same age as I am. So I saw him get good, but the older generation of Santa Rosa skaters, where Santa Rosa skating was pretty, the scene was pretty good back then because they opened that park, and that was one of the only parks in that area.
Dude,
so
and not even like, are you talking about Santa Cruz or Santa Rosa Park, the one that was like the Bulls, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the graffiti
Bulls. Yeah.
They used to have castle contests there.
They probably did.
Dude, I skated that. That's how I knew about that park. That shit, I sucked at that place.
It's a hard park to skate.
Super hard.
Yeah.
So is those little scenes like kind of like just outside of my hometown that probably kept me motivated to, progress, I would say.
Dude, that's still like, you had some access to some rippers.
That's true. Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Broch would definitely be cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody coming through there. Dude,
Phil
Tony
Sewell.
Trujillo. It's Phil Sewell, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Was Chris Sen someone? No, Chris Sen's
Chris Sen's from like east or north and east of Sacramento, I think.
Got it.
Grass Valley.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Damn. Have you been to Ripon Park?
I have not. I've seen footage of it. It looks gnarly.
That park is fun,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you been there?
No.
Dude.
No.
Yeah, that's probably close-ish to you in Fremont.
No, dude, no. Ripon was like, it was closer to like Sac. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, because
that's right.
It was out there for us. But the Cali Skates, I don't know if you ever heard about that skate shop it was in Northern California.
Sounds familiar.
They're from Fremont, but they would have a contest. They had a Fremont shop.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Tony if you ever listen to this. They would have a shop, and it was called the Hella NorCal contest,
mm-hmm.
and it was at Ripon, and the shit was crazy, bro. These fools, I remember just being like with the crew, and they were like some dudes from Fremont, some like little hood white kids, and then like some like non-hood white kids that just like, we all just went to school, did whatever. And then there's like this dude Kevin Montoya who was just super hood, but then they would put on this. At some point, it shifted to like bowl skaters, or not bowl skaters, but just like gnarly fucking rippers at like tranny.
Yeah.
And dude, I would watch video. I moved to LA and I'd watch the progression of the shop and the homies. And I was like, holy shit, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
It was so awesome to see them just killing it. And the people that they would bring out, just these dudes who'd just be going over the gap, like the channel gap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It was so cool. I mean, but growing up in the Bay, though, I'm sure living in, Napa is that still the Bay Area?
It's North Bay, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, I would consider it North Bay.
I did not know that.
Ish.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it's like 70, 80 miles from San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
So Santa Rosa was close by, then the city of Napa was close by, and they had little skate parks and scenes there. So
Vallejo's pretty close by too,
dude,
right?
the Valley Joe, baby.
Vallejo's pretty close,
dude.
yeah.
Mac DRE from the
absolutely.
Crest.
Yep.
Oh, you fuck with Mac Dre?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
Did we just become best friends?
Absolutely, dude.
Yes. Do you fuck with E40?
Yeah.
Dude, slappers.
Yeah.
Bro, at my high school, how old are you?
35.
Okay. You definitely know about the song then. Hyphy, the original Hyphy song. Like Rick Rock
Is
beats
there-
yeah, fella, rock, and it's like
There's an original hyphy song?
the original with the Federation.
Oh, I did not know that.
Bro, I'm gonna send it to you after this. I gotta make.
All
a
right, I
note.
want to hear it.
I'm gonna hold. Let me just make.
Yeah, write a note.
I'm gonna send Kyle original Federation hyphy. All right, but yeah, no. Out of my high school prom, we fucking got to play hyphy. Like we got to make a playlist and fucking put all that shit on there, and that shit was so lit. Dude. They played it at our high school. It's like Rick Rock. It's like
What year did you graduate?
2004.
So that was like kind of the beginning of the hyphy madness,
Oh, bro.
right?
Don't even get me started. Paul's
Yeah.
like, please don't get him started.
Don't get him started.
Was it, or was that
Yeah.
like the thick of it?
No, 2004 was when it started, and
I
if
feel
you're
like
really from the
2004
Bay,
to 2008.
oh, dude, no, 2006 is when it went popping. Like that's when like
That's
Tell
when it
Me
went
When to
international.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Tell Me When to Go came out, that's when the hyphy
I
shit
remember
went
that song.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I played that at my wedding, bro.
Nice.
Son, I had my
Nice.
gold grill in too,
Nice.
dude.
Nice. Good times.
You did not tell me this, Paul. I'm
Good
even more
times.
excited about
Surprise.
this right now. Super surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, but honestly, back to the motivation thing. The
Yeah.
one thing that really got me, growing up in a small town, the motivation factor. I mean, was skateboarding your only outlet, or did you take that drive and did you apply it to other sports?
I did other stuff. Yeah, I played. So I skated, basketball, baseball, golf. I played all the sports. I'm kind of a jock.
Dude, I fuck with jocks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I would like do all those sports, and then in my free time, I would go skate. So skating, growing up,
That's
skating,
your free time.
skating was kind of like the side gig. And I would like earlier on, I would focus more on, the normal team sports, believe it or not. So that's probably different than a lot of skaters as well.
Dude, I
So-
knew a soccer player who was so good at skateboarding. He tray flipped
Oh,
like
really?
a 7 stair,
Wow.
like a legit like drop 7.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, dude, this is all I can do because I got to play soccer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, whoa.
It's the
Yeah.
footwork.
Dude, it really was.
Yeah.
I feel
I'm
like
convinced.
playing other sports helped my skating.
Sure.
Just
Well, you
having
know how
that
to take a
variety.
slam too, for sure.
Yep,
Like,
absolutely.
If you know how to sliding's like if you fall out, like when you slip out on a board, if you know how to slide, you kind of just know how to like, oh shit, I'm gonna slip out, but I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know how to like throw your legs.
Yeah, that's true.
it's I actually didn't think about that till just now.
Yeah. So I don't know if playing those sports motivated me in skating, but like I did other shit growing up.
Tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, okay, so then this leads me to my next question is, we were talking about this before the podcast about like smart skateboarders. And for me, when I was growing up, it was always like skateboarders don't listen to rap. It's like, dude, well, that's all I pretty much listen to is hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, I was doing good at school. I had a good GPA. I went to like a good college, all these things. But skateboarders never had that like, that image of like, it was always like breaking the law, scumbag kind of
Mhm.
guy, which
Sure.
is fine.
Counterculture.
A counterculture, yes.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, I felt the same way growing up, is like to be like smart and do sports and do all these other things as a skateboarder. Like it wasn't cool, but fuck it. Like I'm a skateboarder. That's what I am. That's maybe who I am today. Like for you, did you feel that, did you feel kind of the same thing, or like to be a person who's now going to be a doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like, a physical therapist, whatever exactly your title is? What is it?
Yeah. Physical therapist.
Physical therapist.
Yep.
You had all these extra curricular activities, if you will,
Mhm.
and then you're like super good at skating. Why did you decide to become a physical therapist?
I just kind of fell into it, honestly. Growing up, it was just my parents are pretty big on education, so it wasn't even a second thought of going from high school to college to some sort of grad school. It's just kind of the way I was brought up, for better or for worse.
Did they
but
tell you that, or was it like?
they didn't force it, but it was just kind of
implied.
It was just implied.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew I had to figure out something to do besides skateboarding, as far as some sort of a career or whatever. But early on, when my first couple years in college, I thought I was going to be a teacher. So I was going to go into education, get a master's in education, and be a high school teacher or some shit like that. So I took a year off between my sophomore and junior year of college and lived in Thailand for a year.
What?
And I was a student teacher in Thailand for a year. And it was a great experience, one of the best years of my life. But early on in that year, I knew I did not want to be a teacher. So I came back and I was trying to figure out what to do next.
Where in Thailand was this?
Bangkok.
Bangkok. Okay.
Mhm. Yep. So I came back from Bangkok and was trying to figure out the next step or the next chapter. And I just kind of fell into PT after that, kind of organically. So
How?
my mom is a speech therapist, so she works at a hospital. And in the hospital setting, speech therapists work pretty closely with PTs. And one of her good work friends is a PT, and she thought I might sort of enjoy it. So I shadowed my mom's colleague and just kind of fell into it from there. So,
Sick.
yeah.
But you glossed over what transpired from your experiences in Thailand.
Yeah, I was like to be like, that was my next question. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, so that's cool, but what happened in Thailand? Did you skate?
Skated
Did
a
you?
lot, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's as we're pretty close in age. I'm assuming you watched Medic Mahdi
Absolutely.
and Eric Costin.
They are cost
and
legends
you
for
went
sure.
in Thailand, and
Yeah,
like the no
yeah.
slides and shit. You went to there?
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you no slide it?
I did not. I tried to tail slide, but I couldn't quite get it.
Tail slide.
Yeah, yeah. But
fuck?
yeah, you remember those legends. That's cool.
Dude, oh yeah, dude. Medic Mahdi was the video that honestly kind of, for me, changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, holy shit. It was, I got, for Christmas, I got Medic Mahdi in Day One Song, Roddy
Mhm.
Mullen Round 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But I went to the premiere of Medic Mahdi, and that was
Are
like,
you
Oh, wow.
serious?
Yeah, and that was mind blowing.
In San Diego or LA?
It was in LA.
Oh, wow.
And that was like, man, that whole day was surreal.
Yeah, that's
You know,
that.
we walked out.
Dude,
of
how
that
old were
video-
you when you did that?
Man, I don't know. I don't think I was of drinking age yet, but
A Grom. You were a Grom.
I think so. Yeah,
Damn.
it was.
So that video came out what?
It was unreal, man.
2000,
I think early
2001?
2000s. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I was.
But it was. I was with Kong. Like we went up there with Ronson. It was
Mhm.
me, Kong, and Ronson.
Nice.
Lambert?
Ronson
Yeah,
Lambert?
yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
And it was like we all came out of the video like, what was
Just
that?
tripping,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
Dude,
'cause
the back
Artos-
nose blunt.
and Artos stuff was
Dude, the switch front board down Hollywood
Yeah.
16 at night.
not. I don't think it was Hollywood 16. I think it was Muirlands. That's
Dude,
when
I'm pretty
Muirlands
sure it's
first
16.
came out.
I'm pretty.
I don't think so. Muirlands was like he started skating Muirlands, which is that school in La Jolla with the freaking really
Yeah,
long
no.
rail.
He's wearing the red shirt with
And
the
he
khaki
switched
pants.
Boarded that rail, and you're like, whoa, that just happened, you know. Anyway, but
I'm pretty sure he switched.
going back to maybe
Well, that might have been Flip.
let's yeah
All right,
let's
sorry.
place a bet on that. No, but this guy skated for a brand in Thailand. I don't think
What?
Yeah, so when I spent my year there, I honestly didn't think I was going to be skating that much, but I brought boards. I actually brought boards for the full year. So I brought like a
Legend.
setup with 5 extra decks because I just didn't know what the scene was going to be like out there. And little did I know there was a really strong
Skate scene?
Yep, good skate scene out there.
Sick.
So I met a bunch of really good skaters and people out there, and got linked up with the main skate company out there, Preduce skateboards. Shout out.
Yeah.
Preview skateboards? Are they
pre-
still around?
Preduce.
Oh,
Yep.
Preduce.
And I've
Wait.
been riding for them ever since.
Preduce.
Yep. Produce with an E.
Oh, produce with an E.
Preduce.
Oh,
Preduce.
yeah.
oh, so it's
Preduce.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still ride for them.
Yep.
They send
Yeah.
you boards?
They send me boards. Yeah.
Dude, what, do you go on like tour and shit with them?
I don't anymore. I don't have time anymore. But yeah, back in the day, we did some fun tours. So we travel all over Thailand. We did a couple China trips. Yeah, they're a full on legit company.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pro for him.
What the fuck? Wait,
He
so
has-
you're a
he
pro
has-
skateboarder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a pro board.
Yeah.
I have one.
Dude.
He didn't give me the graphic I wanted, but that's okay because I still have.
Which one did I give you?
You gave me some weird one, like one of the like last ones you had.
Which one did you want?
I wanted the doctor one.
The Mad Doctor one.
The Mad Doctor.
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
you were not a doctor at this point though?
I was in grad school when they turned me pro. So I was like almost about to be a doctor. So that was later on. So I did the year there, and basically at the end of the year, they put me on the team. The end of my year in Thailand.
Yeah.
And then since then, I've just gone back. I've done a few 3 or 4 month trips back to Southeast Asia, and then a couple China trips. So I've kept the dream alive
Dude.
through grad school and through being a PT. So it's been fun. It's been super fun.
That is so sick.
It's cool, yeah.
Dude, tell me about a trip in Thailand, a skate trip. I mean, I'm sure there's
They're
shenanigans and antics that go on here. What's it like when you're I mean, I guess you wouldn't be
It's
an
the same
expat.
shit. It's the same shit.
Same shit?
Yeah, same
But
type. You get a big van. You tour all over. Instead of all over California, you just tour all over Thailand. So,
do you speak any Thai?
Nit Noi, a little bit.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
a little
that's,
bit.
All right.
Like enough to get by, but like I can't have like in-depth conversations. But I can,
Can you understand a lot more than you can speak?
At one point I could, but like I've lost it.
Oh,
So,
for real?
yeah.
How long did it take you to pick it up?
I mean, what little I picked up, it took the whole year that I was there.
Yeah.
So it takes a while.
Can you read?
No.
Can you read it? No.
No.
How did you get around?
I mean, Bangkok is a pretty, it's a pretty international city, so
Oh, okay.
it wasn't too bad.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, isn't the owner from like France or
Simon is from Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Yeah, so there's a European owner and a Thai owner, and they combine forces to, make the company. And Simon, the European owner, has lived in Thailand for the last 15, 20 years. So there's a really good scene out there. So
Dude, I'm trying to go to Thailand so bad.
let me know,
not
man. I'll
even
link you
funny.
up with all my people.
Dude,
a lot of good guys out there.
We can do a thing there too, because one of the other owners of Seven Seas is based in Phuket.
Oh, nice.
So that's where he lives right now. When he
Nice.
comes to the States, it was so crazy when I met him. He was telling me how he's like, can you get me some? He's like, can you give me some weed? Or like, can you tell me where to get some weed? And I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude, weed maps, bro. And he's like,
Yeah.
what? He'd never heard of weed maps. I was all, bro.
That's crazy.
All you got to do is press a button. Let's show up right here and just
It's
boom,
everywhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
But he was telling me how in Thailand it's like zero, absolute zero. Like you go to prison for smoking weed there.
When I was there, it wasn't as gnarly as it is now. But the government's gotten a little bit more strict. So it
Why
can't
is
be that
that
gnarly.
though?
I'm not sure. I think
Not
they
sure.
just go through fluxes of different types of government. But oh man, my Thai friends are gonna be pissed if I get this wrong. I think they're in the process of making weed legal
That'd be badass.
throughout the whole country. I
Damn.
think. Don't quote me on that, but I think. But in the past, they've cracked down pretty harshly. But
Yeah.
things are changing.
Dude, I want to go there so bad. We get a lot of coffee from Southeast Asia.
Nice.
Laos,
Good coffee there. Yeah.
Laos,
Northern Thailand. Great
Yep.
coffee in Northern Thailand.
Well, there's the World Barista Champion is from Thailand that
Oh, no
helped
way.
us design our signature drinks at Seven Seas. And he, when they go out there, the owner, Eric, they would fucking go out there and they're just meeting these dudes and they help us make these amazing drinks. And it's
That's cool.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's good coffee culture, especially up in Northern Thailand.
It's a double whammy. I feel like if I go there, I'm gonna eat or it's like a triple threat actually. Then
Good
it'd be
food.
good food,
Yep.
good coffee,
Good skating.
good skating.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is there good skate parks there?
there's decent skate parks there. They're getting
Wow.
better and better. And there's really good skaters there. So it's a good scene.
Dude,
It's a good scene.
God, I'm so excited right now.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. It's triple threat. I can't
Yeah.
even fuck around. I'm gonna fuck around.
Get
and
out
stay
there,
in
dude. Get
Thailand,
out there.
bro.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay. So we're in Calistoga.
Yep.
When's the first time you met Walker?
Oh, that's a good question. I remember seeing him at the Calistoga skate park probably late 90s. So I was 12, 13. At that point, he would have been 7 or 8, skating around with a little helmet.
Oh wow, you're
Yeah,
like
he
a
was-
full 5-6 years older than he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He's 31. I'm 35. So 4 years back then is a big,
big deal.
gap.
Yeah.
But from the immediately when I saw the first time I saw him skate, he was already good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could tell that
Natural talent.
that he had it. Yeah.
Dude, that Wilshire part was
Good, right?
amazing.
Yeah, very good.
Have you seen it?
I probably did. Walker rode for Remind or
No,
still rides for
no.
Remind?
So this is a new part he just put out. He did this concept where he starts in Santa Monica and goes all the way to downtown LA.
Oh, I definitely haven't seen this.
skating all of Wilshire. So only spots on Wilshire. His whole part is on the street of Wilshire.
Oh, that's fucking gay.
It's amazing.
It's good. Watch it.
It's
Say
really,
what?
really
This
good.
just came out?
It just came
Came out last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he put out how many parts? And him and Sibo put out like 2 or 3 parts together. Like,
This
Sibo's
year,
put,
yeah,
Sibo's
yeah.
put out at least 3 parts this year, and
Wow.
Walker.
well, within the last couple weeks, though, he put out 2 back-to-backs, right? He just had that one where he skated to LCD sound system. Wait, was that an
Oh,
Old
on the
Friends?
Skate Rats thing?
Yeah,
Yep.
the skate
Yes,
rats.
yeah.
Yep. And then
So-
the old friends part, and then
Yeah.
he had a couple earlier on in the year too. Sibo's on a mission
Dude,
right now.
Let's bookmark that because
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
have another thing I want to get into that.
Yeah, yeah. So Walker and I have skated with each other for a long time.
Dude, that's badass.
Yeah.
And that's how I know Kyle, is because of Walker.
And
Like-
because Walker moved to San Diego.
So the weird thing with, like, that's why, you know, what I'm trying to promote is, like, you pay attention to the good things, not like we as skaters always focus on the negative. And, you know, it's really weird, my connection with Walker, because I was at Tampa Am 2005 and him and I didn't feel like we belonged there, but we were in this back park messing around, and we were both like skating contest sucks, like what are we doing? And you know, and Kong already knew who he was. He's like, oh, he skates for 510 and he rips, he rides for Circa, and
Shout out.
yeah. And so I befriended Walker. We just started talking at the park. We were super nervous, just like trying to kind of relate, like this isn't our jam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward, like he was gonna go to UCSD, and someone told me, oh, this dude Walker just moved here, and he's really good, and he's going to school at UCSD. I'm like, I know that guy.
Oh wow, you guys met that long before?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I
That's
mean,
fucking sick.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing, but I kind of like took it for granted. Like now Kyle's one of my best friends, you know, and I think we kind of ignore that kind of stuff, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm like, dude, think about like how crazy it was the way we got to know each other. Like
Yeah.
that's not common, you know?
Just chance,
So,
bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Damn, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. Wait, so, okay. I have a bunch of things that I want to get back to, but like that actually kind of leads me. So how did you meet him then? If he's one of your best friends now, that's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
We're
on the
trying
way
to figure
here.
it out. I can't remember.
You don't
That's
remember the
how
exact
blurry
moment?
my memory is with the whole.
I remember meeting Paul
Yeah.
for the first time at a spot in Point Loma about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Yeah, 2000, late 2000s.
He's
2008,
talking about
2009.
that like transfer ledge that you go into the bank on Hill Street. It's
I know exactly
You know that
what,
spot?
yo,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Not only is that a sick ass skate spot, but I hella run that hill.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, one of my
You're
one
a
of
maniac.
Nice.
dude, bro. We'll get into that too.
That
But,
hill
like,
is really steep.
It's so good for hill training though, when like
Yeah.
you're training for a marathon just to get that. And then one of
Oh,
my
that's
Damn,
coworkers,
you're trained for a marathon?
He runs marathons.
No
Yeah,
way.
Yeah.
bro. I love it. I
Damn.
love it. It's just like so mental.
I'm
But
gonna,
like,
I'm gonna run the LA Marathon
are you,
next spring.
dude?
You down?
If you want to, fuck
do
yeah.
it.
When do you want to do it?
It's next spring.
When is next spring?
April?
April?
I think it's end.
May.
I think it's end of March or early April.
I'm running a marathon in December. That should be a good around. I'll just turn it around and go.
Nice.
But okay, if I do this, I'll do that with you. That'll be my third marathon.
Wow.
I want to do
Which ones have you run?
Ultra, San Francisco, and now I'm gonna
Nice.
do the California International Marathon
Where's
in
that?
Sacramento.
Oh, I hear that one's mellow.
It's fucking well. It's a qualifier.
I hear it's a perfect qualifier because it's kind of like downhill.
Dude, my pops
Yeah.
is trying to fucking qualify. He will not let it go. My pops is about to be 73.
That's
Or
so
he
sick.
is 73.
And he's still running marathons?
I'm running it with him.
Damn.
He's
That's
like,
cool.
That's
he'll-
amazing.
Dude, my dad calls me. He's
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to run this marathon? I'm like, fuck. Am I going to say no to my 73-year-old dad?
You can't.
Like, fuck
you
no.
can't. That's cool.
Dude,
That's really cool.
you know, it's the pops.
Yeah.
Like, if he can do it, my 40-year-old younger ass is going to be like, are you serious?
Yeah.
You're not going to run it with your pops?
Yeah.
My body be hurting, son. Like, I'm still going to run it. Fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
But regardless, what were we talking about? Fuck.
You
Running
train.
marathons.
You train hills at the
Oh,
at the
on
spot
the Hill
that Paul and I
Street,
first
yeah.
met.
Yeah.
I train hills there.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, we have my coworker who I brought up there, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, she got up to the first time. She's like, are you fucking serious?" I'm like, "Dude, you got to do at least 3." She comes.
Ah,
I was
you're
like,
crazy,
Come
dude.
That's gnarly.
on. No,
You're-
it's not that bad,
Like, you kidding me?
dude.
No
It's really
way.
not
That's
that
a
bad.
hilly zone, right?
Yeah,
If I remember
it's
correctly.
super steep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
bro.
I'm
yeah, but so
good.
you guys met there.
We met there. Yeah, a lot of my friends that I grew up with in the Napa Valley, for one reason or another, moved to San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had a little Napa expat crew down here at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Did you live here too?
No.
I never lived here.
You never lived here.
San Diego, I feel like, is my second home, but I've never lived here.
Nice.
But I went to grad school in Loma Linda, which is basically Riverside,
Yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
IE. So I would come and visit pretty often.
Oh, well, okay, that makes a whole lot more sense then, because you're what 2.5 hours east?
It's like
3.
It's like a 2-hour drive with no traffic.
Yeah, no traffic. Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. So Paul was in sort of that crew. It's like Walker.
It was the Shuffle Crew.
The Shuffle Crew.
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty
That's how I
much.
met
Yep,
Paul. That's how I
exactly.
met Paul. Was in
Yeah.
the Shuffle Crew. I was, oh shit, that's Paul Sewell. Right?
Yeah. So I met Paul during
Yeah.
the Shuffle days.
Okay.
Those are fun times.
Did
They
you
were
have
wild
clips in
times.
the Shuffle video?
I think I had
Absolutely.
one clip.
No.
Yes.
I think more than that.
I know. Just one clip.
Did
Really?
you have one clip in everybody's part?
Should have. You should have.
No, I think all the shit that I was filming at that time was just going to Preduce. So
Damn.
I couldn't film 2 video parts.
Did you have parts out? Like, do you still have parts out on YouTube like
Yeah.
that are posted? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I'm about to fucking watch some parts.
Yeah, one of them he like speaks in Thai to start his part out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
as like a ode to like a respect to the people kind of thing, or
Kind of. It's just it was a little skit
oh, it's a skit.
where I had to like that's probably when I spoke the most Thai at one time. I had to like memorize this like whole skit. But yeah, I have a few video parts on the interweb somewhere. They're still up.
Dude,
I hope they're still up.
I'm seriously so excited.
Yeah.
Like, I legit just want to just fucking look at these now.
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't know why I didn't think about this. Fuck, Paul. I'm looking at you like, why didn't you tell me this?
You got to do your research,
Dude,
man.
I
You're
know.
the
That's all right.
journalist.
Dude,
I
I
can't.
know. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I can't. That's totally my fault.
Yeah.
Dude, I did that with, do you know who Shea Cooper is? Do you know who he is? He's my homie.
I
Nah.
don't think so.
He writes for Blood Wizard, but he also
Oh,
owns
crazy.
Blood Wizard, great company.
super sick company.
Yeah.
He also owns he's the owner of
Steel
Steel
Mill.
Thank you. But he has so many sick ass parts, and he was my very first guest on my podcast.
Uh-huh.
Oh, was he really?
He was the
Oh,
first
cool.
one because we talked about it. He was like, when I was starting this, me and him were like, "Yo, like I should do this,
Yeah.
or we should do this." He has his own podcast now,
Oh,
which
nice.
is sick.
Nice.
Is it with Riley or just by himself?
It's with Riley, yeah. It's
Yeah.
with Riley, and they have like one other guy, I think.
Okay.
Freelance Fiends.
Okay.
It's fucking sick, dude.
Nice.
Shout out to
Because
the
you know
homies.
that Riley started his own coffee shop, right? Riley Hawk.
Yeah, he's part owner.
Oh,
in
I did
Steel
not know
Mill.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's
Dude,
in
Little C's part of
Oceanside.
that too.
Yeah.
Shout out all those
Yeah.
homies. Those
Little
fucking-
C's the man.
Dude,
That's cool.
He's the man.
Dude, he came over the
Yeah.
other day to watch the fights.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Tell him I said what's up,
Dude,
man.
he's the homie.
He's a
man.
good dude. I
Where's
haven't seen him in years.
Where's that coffee shop?
It's in Oceanside.
Oceanside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop there on my way back.
You
Dude,
should.
definitely go
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
Steel Mill. Yes. Oh fuck, man, that's actually really cool. There's so many. You've lived a pro skater life. I was thinking because you said you weren't there
I've
yet.
got. I wouldn't say I've lived it, but I've gotten a little taste.
You did more than I did.
So
you
you-
lived in in Asia. You
So
did-
now that I'm thinking about it, you asked what kept me motivated for.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, just knowing that I was a part of
something.
something. I mean, that has definitely kept me hyped over the last 14, 15 years because I've been riding for Preduce for a long time. So that's
tight.
definitely, I would say that's definitely kept me motivated for sure. And then skating with guys like Paul.
Of
you know?
course, of course. Well, I mean, that's also one thing I definitely want to get into is like, dude. Okay, I just have to say, last week we were at Bluefoot. That's when the Old Friends premiere was.
Yep. Great
Bro,
time.
I got there at fucking like 7:45, and nobody was there yet. And I was like, okay, so we chilled, we hanged out, had a beer, and I was like, dude, I'm getting so hungry. I was like, we'll go get some food. We'll come back. Guarantee it's skater time. They're not gonna play the video. I come back. I see Sibo's part. I'm like, oh, sick. I watched the part, and the video's over. I was like,
Oh,
fuck.
damn, you missed it.
I was like, but I come into. I was like, dude, we were the first ones here, and
Yeah.
then we fucking missed the video.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
That's all right.
But dude, and then like as soon as I walked in, all the homies were there, and I'm like saying what up. Saw you,
Yeah.
Paul. I said what up. I think no, we didn't meet until after the video.
Right.
After it played through the second time,
Yep.
and then I sat there, like with my homie that I went to go watch. Shout out Ray Ray. We went we just started watching the video, and it's like no sound, but it was just like
Oh, but you still watched the whole thing.
I watched
Nice.
it up until all the way through to watch Sebo's part again.
Have you seen it with the whole thing with sound yet?
No.
Oh, dude, I should have brought you a copy.
Is it going to be up on the internet or no?
Yeah, pretty soon.
Okay.
Isn't your part going up on Transworld?
Yep, part's going up on Transworld on Tuesday.
What the fuck? You need to tell me these things.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking yes.
Yeah.
Let me promote the fuck out of that.
Cool, that'd be awesome.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, that's also what I wanted to get into. But in the part, you had I seen Mr. Sewell in there.
Yep, absolutely.
I seen Mr. Loopfer in there. I met him like one or two times. I honestly don't know John. And who else?
San Diego legend right there.
Dude, he
Big
is.
time.
He used to ride
Big
for PD,
time.
right?
Yep.
No.
No?
No.
He rode for shoot, John, help me out here. What's the shop called?
I don't know.
Not Overload. It was crap. It was some shop in like Carmel Valley. I don't even know the name
Willie's
of
Workshop?
it. No. Crap, I can't even remember the name of it right now. Man, I'm
K2?
I'm drawing a blank. No.
It'll come back to you.
It'll come back to me. Maybe he had a stint with the shop, like, you know, as part of it.
I feel like when I met
like for
the
a little
one
bit.
time,
yeah. But I don't know I don't even know what the shop's doing these days. Like, I don't keep in touch anymore, and maybe that's my fault.
what
you
for
know?
PD?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
but
cool.
maybe he rides for it. I don't know. But like there was a time when like PD, like the only way he got on the company or the shop is like if you asked everybody.
Oh,
if
yeah,
it was,
no,
if it was
100%.
okay.
Yeah.
And then they would say yes. Nowadays, it's just people. There's different people involved, and
Oh wait, it's not like that no more?
no, I don't think so.
Oh,
You know?
whoa.
I think LaRue is the one that keeps it kind of grounded, him and Jim. But like, I remember there was a time where I was like, I don't know what's happening with the shop, but like, I think they're kind of bringing it back to the OG, you know, and everything evolves, everything moves on. But like, yeah, there was a time like even I was the ratty kid from East County, like, who's this? Like, why is he gonna be a part of this? You know? And Kong's like, nah. He's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I got this, dude.
Dude, as
Like,
long as you can skate, long
Yeah.
as you can skate, that's all that matters. And
Yeah.
you're cool. Don't be a dick, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Come on now.
But PD was known for like the vibes. And
Oh, they were super vibey.
But John never rode for PD?
I can't say
Yeah.
for certain.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, well,
Anyway,
either
but
way,
going back to John.
Either way,
yeah.
back to the part. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the part. I want to talk about how you're in his part. John Lufer's in your part. Who else? You had like a third person.
Dave Cole. That's my buddy from he's from Napa.
Okay.
Yep.
Dave Cole. Wait, is he in the shuffle video?
He's in
Yeah.
he has a full part in the shuffle video.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Is he the dude who jumped into the water?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the guy.
Okay.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. So you guys are skating together. You have you're having the part. Like, what do? Do you what were you thinking with this part in terms of? Did you know you wanted to have your homies in there? Did you know?
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. I knew I wanted tricks from John, and I knew I wanted tricks from Paul, because those are the guys. Since I moved down here, those are the guys aside from Walker that I've skated with the most. So I knew I wanted, as many tricks from them as possible.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
That's so
yeah.
sick.
So yeah, how did it come about? Walker decided to make a full-length video, and lucky for me, him and I live about 5 miles from each other.
Oh, what? Sick.
And he was really motivated to get footage from everyone. So he took up filming. So
that was his video.
That was his video. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Old
he
Friends
did.
is his video.
Old Friends is his company. He did all. It's him and his buddy Chris Collins. They started the company, but he really took the reins to make the video happen.
Is it a board company?
It's like a clothing company. It's a clothing company in
Like accessories, right? Because you're doing those PT packs out
Yeah.
of it, like the physical therapy
And
packs.
and I'm start. It's
Wait,
a clothing.
What is that?
So it's like a. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like a clothing accessories type company. That's how they started it.
Uh-huh.
But we're starting to do more fitness, health, PT type stuff. So we make foam rollers, we make jump ropes, we make yoga mats. We make those little exercise bands that you can do.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's like a whole pack that he endorses.
so we're starting to do more stuff like that, just to kind of mix it up, just so we're not another like clothing company.
Dude, no, that's fucking badass because
Yeah.
everything you said, all those last, I have a spiky foam roller to
Yeah.
like really get in deep.
Yeah.
I got a Theracane. I got
Nice.
the crossballs. I have an exercise bands.
You
like,
got all the goods.
oh, bro, I
Yeah.
take it so serious. The health, like on
Yeah.
the real,
We'll get you a pack, dude. We'll get you a pack.
bro.
So
oh
we're starting to
God.
do more stuff like that. But like Walker definitely wanted to, I think, kind of just legitimize the company by making like an official, like full length skate video.
But it's also a promo piece if you're looking for outside of skateboarding as a
Totally.
bigger picture.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, luckily for me, like him and I are of course good friends, and he lives right down the street from me, and he's highly motivated. So he filmed pretty much my whole video part. And
He filmed your part?
Yep.
Damn.
Isn't that cool?
That's so fucking
Yeah,
sick.
he filmed it pretty good, right?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a VX, yeah?
all VX.
All VX.
So
And the
yeah.
colors are right. Like,
Colors are pretty good.
damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever I post your videos now, I'll just be like filming Walker Ryan.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's fucking badass.
So I'm very thankful for his vision and him being so motivated, because there's no way I would have been able to film a video part without him. So I'm glad it worked out.
Dude,
Yeah.
did you go to the perpetual premiere?
I did.
Perpetual motion premiere?
Yeah.
Dude,
We were all there.
We
I
were
feel
all
like
there.
I might, maybe not. Did you go to the pool party at the Hotel Roosevelt before?
I missed that,
Oh, you did. Okay.
unfortunately.
Because I was working for Remind. And
Oh,
so
nice.
we were a title sponsor of that video.
Yeah. He's on
And-
Remind, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I met Walker.
Nice.
So that's fucking really cool. Because
Yeah.
I actually remember kicking it with Walker at the pool party beforehand. He was like, he had just graduated with his degree in sociology
Yeah,
or something like
sounds
that.
about right. Yeah.
Yep. Damn.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. So
fucking sick.
it's been a fun. It took a couple years for me to get all my footage together, but it was fun. Yeah.
Dude, that's badass.
Yep.
So are you fully on the skate team essentially? Like you're a doctor, but you're also like obviously still shredding. So
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I
would
feel like
you-
I'm part of the team. I don't know if we have an official team, but yeah. Walker.
It's almost better that way, you know,
Wait,
because you
so-
kind of just keep it loosely based, and you kind of do what feels right instead of what you got to follow some standards or some rules, you know.
well, would you call yourself more of like brand ambassador? Because that's like the whole thing with companies, like legit, just companies who are trying to produce products like yourself or anybody. They don't, instead of saying a team, they have brand ambassadors.
I feel like I'm more. Yeah. I mean, I guess since I put a video part out, I'm kind of part of the team in that way, but I also help out with the company as much as I can.
Oh, okay.
So anything that they do that's physical therapy or fitness related, I help out with.
Sick.
Yeah, so I'm pretty involved with it, and it's been fun.
So it's
So-
like your side hustle,
I guess so. Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Fucking. Is it just you and Walker?
it's me, Walker, and Chris Collins.
Chris Collins.
Yeah, so those two are the official owners, and then the last several months I've become a lot more a part of it, I guess I would say.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been fun.
That leads me to my next question was, as you are a skateboarder, yes, but you're obviously very like a lot more than just a skateboarder on so
Mhm.
many different levels. Do you have a clientele or a client base that is now based around skateboarding, or do you still have regular
I see mostly regular
patients?
patients. Yeah, I would say it kind of fluctuates, but I would say 15 to 20% of my clientele are skaters, and then the rest are just normal people who, weekend warriors who, injure themselves. So
Weekend
yeah, like older people who are trying to train for marathon and they hurt their Achilles tendon or
Dude. Yep.
sports injuries like that.
Sprain the calf, something
Yep.
like that. Dude, I have a sprained calf. I'm getting over a sprained calf right now. I wanted to ask you about that. But we can talk
Absolutely.
about it afterwards.
Of course, I got
for
you.
sure. But that was also, it's like, do you have a skate clientele that, consists of probably like, I've seen your Instagram. It's Sewell Walker, Walker Ryan. Wait,
Kelly Hart.
Kelly Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
see-
I can't really talk about all the skaters that I see if there's confidentiality issues, but I've seen some pro skaters. I see a lot of just like
I'm
local.
sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, my bad.
I see a lot of just local skaters who skate at Stoner or the other skate parks close by.
Sick.
So it's a good mix. Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
it's like 15 to 20% of those people. But then I see a lot of just normal normal
people.
injuries. Normal people. Yeah. So I actually like the mix. It's fun to have. I love seeing skaters, but I like seeing other shit too.
Yeah,
So,
because it's you get to broaden your, I guess your library of knowledge.
Totally.
In a sense of like, oh, this is a person doing this or whatever.
Totally.
Is there what the one thing that since there's the confidentiality, the one thing that I really wanted to ask is like, did you think about skateboarding specifically when it like certain skateboarders came to you about injuries? Did you think of certain exercises, or it was like, did you think like there was a crossover, or did you how did you come up with plans for skateboarders?
I mean, that's the nice thing about being a physical therapist, but also being a skater. Every skater's different. Paul skates this type of terrain, but I'm trying to think of a transition skater. Tom Remillard skates transition only. So if they come in with the exact same injury, I would give them different types of exercises based on the type of skating that they do.
That is so sick.
Yeah, so that's the nice thing about knowing skateboarding. You can really kind of customize your treatment plans to the exact type of skater that is in front of you. So
wow, that's pretty sick.
And that's been fun too, just being creative with exercises that you prescribe to your skate patients. That's the fun part.
Dude, that's pretty sick. I mean, do you base things maybe too, like on like, say Tom Grom, for example? Dude, he hates that actually. Tom Remillard.
Tom Remillard, yes.
Yeah, Tom.
Sorry, Tom.
Sorry, Tom. If he, he's obviously flying through the air. So say he had a calf injury, but Paul had a calf injury. He's obviously going more impact. He's going to float through the air, and if he bails, he's taking massive impact to the calf or whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But Paul is not obviously launching 20 feet in the air and then possibly falling to flat bottom.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, what would you, based on that, what you had just said, how would you approach their injuries?
I mean, if I had two of the same injuries, but different types of skaters in front of me.
Yeah.
At first, I would probably give them the same basic exercises just to get them a certain level of strength and mobility. But then as we get higher up into the rehab process or further along in the rehab process, then I try to develop exercises, whether it be strengthening exercises or stretching type exercises that mimic whatever type of skating they're doing. So I would make an exercise for Paul that would a strengthening exercise that would mimic the jumping and landing that he has to do, and then I would make an exercise for Tom that would mimic the jumping and impact and landing that he would have to do.
Fucking sick.
Yeah, it's fun.
Dude, I dig that. So would you say you're passionate about this? Like you have a passion when you do this?
Absolutely, for sure.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's really
I
cool.
definitely I take all of my patients seriously, of course, but
yes.
I put a lot more thought into the patients that I have who are skaters, just because I'm a skater and I'm more just naturally into it. So yeah, sure.
Have you thought about, with skateboarding becoming as legitimized as it is, with Street League and these dudes who are getting paid like massive amounts of money, who can, they have corporate sponsors and stuff. Have you thought about maybe starting your own practice based on like professional athletes or anything like that?
Yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't know. Like the longer I've been, like when I first moved down to LA, I guess I would say my goal was to just see as many like skaters in person as I possibly could, just get them into the clinic, and then maybe potentially later on open up my own practice where I'd only see skaters. But as time goes on, I certainly love seeing skaters at the clinic, but I'm also doing more things to educate skaters from like Instagram and other avenues to reach just like a bigger to reach all the other skaters that can't come to LA and see me. So as time goes on, I tend to spend less time trying to market to skaters to come in and see me in person. If they come in and see me, great. but I'm focusing more time, and we have a few projects in the works with old friends to try to get educational material out to just the broader skateboard population.
Broader audience.
Yeah. So because I mean, like, as skaters don't like to go to the doctor, you know?
Yeah.
So if they have
Yes.
ways that they can help themselves, if they have access to that type of educational material, since as time goes on, I'm finding that skaters appreciate stuff like that more.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Dude.
spending a little bit more time doing stuff like that.
Dude, that's badass.
So I have a question for you, Kyle. Are you considering, like, still trying to build awareness where skaters still should go to the doctor when it's necessary?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Just because I had
Oh,
someone.
of course.
I had someone pass away. Not I, but like the skate community of San Diego had someone pass away this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
His name was Sanat, and yeah, he hit his head, and
Oh, fuck. One of
so-
those kind of things.
yeah. So it's just kind of like he was probably afraid of the medical bills and whatever. But it's hard because it's the third person I've seen die from a head injury.
Yeah.
So it's like how to make it okay for skaters to know, like, just do the thing, go to the doctor. It's totally fine. Like,
Oh, yeah, dude.
there's nothing wrong. And like, yes, you might be in debt, but sometimes it's okay to be in debt if it's a matter
means
of
your
life
life,
or death.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
How to build more awareness around that. And like, I think that's what's so cool about the movement right now, that people like Kyle and Walker and Neen, and they're all trying to do this, like, hey, you should take care of yourself, you should eat well, you should exercise, you should
Hell yeah.
stretch, you should, because I mean, what's skateboarding worth to all of us? And that's why I started doing it. Is I had a really bad knee problem that I thought I was going to have to quit skating because of. Like, it was just an excruciating pain that wouldn't go away. And I was educated about, like, no, you just need to strengthen your quads because your knees are taking a lot of the strain because, you're constantly bending to pop. So I had, like, although you're skinny, you probably aren't that strong, So,
Dude, for real.
Yeah.
On the real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it went away. I mean, I remember, like, I was doing physical therapy, but the physical therapy I was doing was super expensive, and it was like a Band-Aid. It wasn't. They weren't like telling me, like, this is how you can get rid of it.
Like, you need to go work out or something.
Then I met someone that taught me, you need to work out, but you need to quit skating for a year and really work out, and that's
Yeah.
what I did.
You stopped skating for a year?
Yep.
Wow.
Dude, I didn't skate for 2 years, had to
Yeah.
work out.
I would not have told you to do that.
But it was crazy because it was like $45 a session.
Whoa.
And, at that time, my family was like, okay, what's going on? Like, this is a lot of money that we're, like, spending for your visits to the...
You're going like twice a week or once a week?
Yeah, twice a week.
Yeah, so it's $100 a week.
Yeah,
Damn.
so I just kind of did a couple, visits, and then I had to stop, and they gave me these exercises, but they were, like, way too complex.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically strength training that really got me back to normal. And that's what I try to tell a lot of younger people is just, you gotta listen to your body. And if it just, at that age, I was like, I think 24, 25. And I was like, oh, my life's over. Like, I'm old. I took a year off, and I'm fine. I'm, like,
Yeah.
still skating to this day, and I'm 36, so
Are you 36?
I'm 36.
I did not know that.
I turned 36 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh. Feliz cumpleaños.
Gracias.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so,
yeah.
so hopefully as time goes on, hopefully people like Paul are starting to take stuff like that. I don't want to say seriously, but just have that be a part of their thought process earlier on when they're in their early 20s, doing a little bit of strength training, doing a little bit of stretching, as opposed to when they're, 38 and they're just trying to, just starting to get into fitness stuff so
Yeah,
they can
no.
skate the last 4 years of their skate careers or whatever.
Mhm.
So I think it's starting to pick up. It's
Well, there's
starting to trend in
definitely
the
a
right way.
shift. Yeah, there's definitely a shift. I mean, it's not even just in skateboarding. I think it's as a culture in general. I
Mhm.
think it's kind of making that shift towards like, hey, if we really want to talk about like living,
Yep.
we need to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's been nice to see. And
Mhm.
it's also been interesting to see in skateboarding, kind of that Neen. You mentioned Neen. I've seen Neen on like fitness pages,
Yeah, he's killing
Yeah.
it.
and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
He's killing it.
how did that happen? You know?
Right. He's
But-
an influencer now.
Well, he had knee issues, right? But then I remember seeing like a part on him or something, or like an interview,
Mhm.
and he bought a recumbent bike, and he was like, I get up every morning, I ride that thing for 20 minutes. It's like, dude, I completely agree. As you know, going back to what you were saying earlier in the conversation, it was like about being a jock. Dude, my whole life, hockey, baseball, running, like football.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
You played all the sports too.
Dude, I
That's
was
cool.
a super jock.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a small guy, but I loved playing sports. That was my thing. And then skateboarding became what I quit everything for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. So, like, I don't know. I understood everything you're saying. I get it. It just makes so much sense. Than taking care of yourself, you have to learn. Like, dude, you got to eat. Eat some vegetables. Do these things. Like, it's about diet. It's not about like people are like, I'm gonna do this diet and do whatever. It's like, no, you got to fucking change your lifestyle, and you got to
Yeah.
learn how to do it. I've been in physical therapy since I was a little kid. My parents were like, nope, you got to do this, or like, sprained your wrist. Oh, go in there. You got to pitch, and it's just like sit there and then just like take like E-stem.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, to this day, it's still in my like embedded in my head. Like, my mom was a trainer. I have.
Oh,
E-stem.
really?
Oh yeah. She was
Wow.
a personal trainer. I got like you can buy E-stem at fucking CVS now.
You can now. Yep.
And so I know like how to put them. I'm like, okay, put them here, boom, boom,
Mhm.
boom. Because I've been there so much,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's as long as you take care of your body though, and it's super important. Like, I probably destroy my lungs with weed, which is whatever. But as far as my body, it's like.
Yeah. If you run a marathon,
But
your lungs must be
stretching-
pretty healthy.
But stretching too, dude. Do you fuck with yoga and like float tanks and stuff?
I don't. I need to fuck with
What?
yoga a little bit more.
Yoga's the
Dude,
best.
Yoga is where it's
Yeah.
at, bro.
Yeah.
Have you done float tanks?
I have not done float tanks. I've heard about them though.
Kyle, we need to get you in there.
All right, let's go.
Honestly,
Let's go.
I fuck with float tanks hard. I've talked about it ad nauseum. I had a float tank consultant on here.
Oh wow.
Shout out my homie Brian.
Wow.
But dude, float tanks. I mean, to really get to understand like what can happen when you go like anti-gravity and let your body just like be buoyant in like a salt tank, if you will, either a big room or a pod, which I
Mhm.
like personally. Bro, you go next level, and it's like you don't even have to. Like, you come out of there feeling like you're just like super on one.
Sounds fun.
It's so sick. It's by far, dude. The combo though.
Should we skip the bar after this and go to
Dude.
the float tanks?
You got to
I
get the
think so. I
infrared.
think
You got to
so.
get the infrared sauna. The
Yeah.
infrared sauna
Yeah.
for half hour, and then dry off, walk your ass, shower real quick so you don't lose too much of the body temperature, and then get into the float tank
That
for an
sounds fun.
hour.
Sounds fun.
Homie,
Yeah.
talk about rejuvenation.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm about it.
Yeah.
Have you fuck with it?
Now I know the secret because I like talked to your crew over at Seven Seas. I'm like, how does that guy have so much fucking energy, man?
Was that it? The float tanks?
I
Bro,
just
nah.
like because this guy's
Could be
got
the
like
coffee,
so
too.
much fucking energy, and I'm like, I'm always like fried. Like, damn, I'm trying to hang on right now, and this guy's like, blah, 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 like just going
What?
wild, and I'm
Not
like, damn.
even.
I'm like, how do you do it? Because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be here, and then I'm gonna be in Orange County a little later, and then I gotta go over here to do this, and then I gotta do this podcast. I'm like, damn, dude, like,
Dude,
how do you
just-
do that?
You just gotta fucking go, bro.
Yeah,
I honestly too. All the people at Seven Seas, on shout out to all my homies over there. I love them. Like,
Good shot.
that's
Good
dude,
coffee
for
shop,
me.
man.
It's not even me. It's I get stoked on them, and they motivate me
Yeah,
to
you got a good crew over there.
want to be a solid
Yeah.
person. Like,
Yeah.
honest to God, like Josh, Leov, Melissa,
Who-
Lauda.
who's there today?
Eric.
Paul?
That was-
Josh.
that was
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, he's cool.
He skates. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. He was ripping up. He
He's
posted
from
a video.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
damn.
From where Silas and Josh Matthews. are
Damn.
from.
Yeah, dude, no, he's good. He posted a video today of him skating on like some hip. He's just fucking destroying it, like nollie back heel, nollie back 3 heel, like.
Oh wow.
Damn, he
You
is
know,
good.
he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. So it was kind of cool. Like, dude, when he came into the shop the first time, everybody's talking to me about him, and like, if I know you, all right, cool. Like, yeah, I'll be myself. But when I'm like checking you out first, I'm like, all right, everybody's like saying you're like this way. Like, all right, let's see what this fool's really about. And they're like, oh no, he skates.
That's your skater mentality.
I know, yeah,
dude.
dude, the hell it is, bro.
You gotta shed that quickly.
No, but it's like, yo, no, on the real though. He walked in, and the second, dude, this is the skater part. This is where it's at. He walked in, and they had told me he skated, and I looked at him. I went from shoe up like that, like upped him down, and then I seen it, and he was wearing the cheetah print Boo Johnson slip-ons from Diamond.
Ooh, nice.
And I was like, as soon as I saw the shoes, I was like, all right, this dude skates. Because no fucking poser or dude who doesn't know to skate is, first of all, going to know about Boo Johnson. And number two, going to wear the cheetah print Boo Johnson slip-ons.
Yeah, those are sick.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I started talking to dude. And I'm like, oh, so like you skate? Like, like, do you skate or you skate? And he was like, I skate. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then like he fucking
you're like, show me your footage.
Yeah.
Right?
He fucking he texted me because I'm like 33, he's like 26, 27. Like, so we're not that far apart, but he's still enough to like talk shit to me. And then he was like, see what you got, old man. And he sent me a picture, like a screenshot of my parts in animal style. I was like, yeah, fool, watch that. What's up? Like, watch it. Yeah. And then he texted me back, he's like, damn, fool. All right, yeah, like you were inward heel flipping some shit. And I was like, yeah, shut up. But it was like, he's the homie. And then so it's been awesome because he's my assistant. I'm training him how to roast.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like teaching him like everything that I know. So it's and then he'll teach me like latte art and like other things. But it's like, it's fucking sick because
that's cool.
It's a deeper understanding. It's like once you know what we were talking about earlier. It's like there's people who skate and then there's people who fucking skate. And what motivates you, what gets you going, what fucking, why do you battle this fucking trick when you know you got a fucking brain on you? Like, you're going to be smarter and do other things, but you're like, yo, this fucking tail slide on this ledge is like pissing me off and I'm going to spend 3 hours to fucking get it.
Yeah, but.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's a different type of mentality, bro.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think we do it to ourselves. Like, I think skaters get a bad rap because of how we approach people. But there's so much good that comes from skating that gets, like, unnoticed, And there's so much creativity behind it. Like, your mind thinks quicker because you're like, okay, when you're trying to film a line or when you're trying to skate a spot, you're like, okay, how can I come up with a interesting concept to that's going to express who I am as a person? That's the whole deal. Like, and that's why I ignore people that are like, why are you still doing that? It's like, it's part of my process. I know that there was like an imbalance for the longest time as a person, but now I'm like, this helps me still be creative and still be inspired and motivated. Like, I push Kyle pretty hard, and he pushes me really hard.
You guys talk shit to each other, or you guys encourage each other?
Well, what's funny?
Paul encourages me. I just talk shit to Paul.
Yeah, exactly. But I think what with Kyle, it's funny because I think he started to do it because he knows me so well now that he like says like, you won't do that, and then I'll do it because I'm like, don't tell me what I won't do. Because
like, son, I fucking did that.
Well,
shit.
It's like it started as like a joke, right? Like we were skating. What was that park in NoHo? And like I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna crook pop over this thing on the front board, and he's like, what? Like, be careful, dude. And I'm like, and I was like, how dare you like challenge me and tell me to be careful? And I filmed it in like 3 tries, and he was like, oh. So from there, he started like doing it all the time. Like, I don't think you got that. And then all of a sudden,
are you sure? I don't know if you got that, bro.
Yeah.
A little reverse psychology.
Yeah. But like the same goes for Kyle. Is like, whenever I say, Kyle, it's okay to talk about yourself. It's okay to promote what you're doing because a lot of people follow it and a lot of people believe in it, and you're a good person. You care, so you should never be ashamed of that or uncomfortable about it, because I have random people like coming up to me, oh, you skated with the doctor. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So yeah, I saw you on Instagram like skating with the doctor. Like, friends from high
The doctor.
Yeah, friends from high school,
The
right?
doctor, bro.
Friends from fucking high school, dude. And then like owners of restaurants in San Diego. They'll like come up to me and be like, "Yeah, I saw you with Dr. Kyle Brown the other day." I'm like, yeah, he's like one of my close friends.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
He's the homie.
So yeah, so I'm like telling him, I'm like, dude, you got something special here. It's okay. Like, just
Yeah.
go with it, dude.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
And I think that's what's so great about Kyle is he tries to bring out the best in everybody. Like, anytime he comes into a room, he's always just going to be positive and non-judgmental and just let people be themselves. And
Yeah.
I wasn't good about that. And you just proved that you're not that good about that too, because you're
What are you
like
talking about?
you're sizing people up about.
Nah, that's some bullshit. Cause hey,
We all do it. We all do it.
We all do it to a certain extent.
Okay,
but
let me clarify.
We all
then.
do it.
Let me clarify real quick. If this is where it got mixed up real quick. Honestly, it really is. If you say you skate and you fucking are a skateboarder, like a real one, like I would consider all of us here, then the first time I meet you, yeah, fool, I'm gonna check you out. Like, I don't fuck with no posers. Like, if you don't skate and you're just like a normal person, like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's when you say like, oh yeah, he skates. Like, okay.
Yeah, in your
Let me
head,
see
in
that.
your head,
Yeah,
you're like,
then it's
do you
like,
really skate?
Do you really skate?
I
Again,
know what you're saying.
So it's not judging, like
Oh,
in the
come on.
sense.
it is though, in a way.
We all do it. We all do it.
This
Hey,
guy
thank God he
still-
skates. That's all I gotta say. Thank
Yeah.
God he really
Hey,
skates.
we'll go full circle right now because you guys wanted me to like say something live, right? So he was talking shit to me because he says I'm a hater of OB and PB, right? This guy is like down to go to those areas because he
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
Because they're
You know?
fun too, though.
Nah,
Dude, I
I'm
love
just-
OB.
Nah.
I love OB.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. But there's a time and a place, right? Whereas Kyle's like, whatever, dude. I'll hang out wherever. Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
dude,
you know?
Leslie just went to PB.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
I'm just.
and she was like, whoa, what is this place?
No, she's hyped.
Really?
Because her homegirl Nicole, shout out Nicole, you're the best. She just moved from LA to Point Loma.
Okay.
Or there's like a little area, not Point Loma. It's
Shelter
Loma
Island?
Crest. Or it's in PB, Loma Portal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she lives
okay.
in there.
Okay.
So yeah, no, she's like, yeah, I'm going to PB. I was like, okay, cool, have fun,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But either way, you were saying you were a hater of PB.
no, let's not go back to that. I already said what I need to say. That Kyle is comfortable in any location, whereas I am not. I am still like, I don't want to
Dude.
be here, you know. And
I
that's
love
what's
it.
so cool about this guy is like,
You guys
I get-
balance each other out.
pretty much like I'll be
Absolutely.
like, hey, Kyle, I'm bringing my homeboy from Poland, and he's gonna stay at your house.
I'm like,
And-
sweet. Let's
and
do
he's
it.
like, all right, cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, this guy's very welcoming. He's very, very, very nice guy.
Yep.
And he can do switch crook, half cab flips, but he's
Yeah.
also a doctor. He
Dude.
does so many things that you're like, all right, man. There's a reason why you have an Instagram that has a following because it's real. It's not. You're not trying to oversell something.
No,
You know?
fuck no. And
So-
on half cab or switch crook half cab flip out, I did see in that line that I posted of you today, you did like when you went to do a half cab flip, you like popped it and then like you did it right. Like some people kick down
Like-
and go this way.
How
Like,
do I
you
do it?
kick, You pop and then you kick straight out like Luke
Turn
Kang,
late.
like,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Boom, and then it's like you had it, like you had the flip and then you just like kicked it away for some reason. Maybe because it like maybe
Oh,
like
the last trick that I didn't land.
yeah, but like you had it like perfect. Oh, it was all
Well, it's funny because like you try to talk about this stuff, and like a lot of people that listen don't understand. But
yeah,
it
they
was
won't
funny.
get the skate part.
But it's funny. The other day, I was like, "Hey, Kyle, have you ever done like a big spin flip no slide, like fakie big spin flip no slide?"
Fakey
he's-
big spin, like
Yeah.
half cab front.
No, like fakie 360 flip to like tail, right?
like switch front nose.
No, like switch nose slide, but it's actually tail.
Ah, okay,
You know what I
okay,
mean?
okay, yes.
And he's like, "I think I have," and I was like, "Oh, actually, that was a fakie varial flip tail
Yeah.
slide," which
That's
I don't
fucked
think
up.
I've ever seen anyone do that, and Kyle's done that.
Dude, maybe Aaron Schneider in manual labor.
Maybe.
Do you remember that part?
I don't.
Dude, his last trick was switch varial flip nose grind on a bench.
Wow.
It was fucked up.
That guy's been good for a long time.
really good.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude,
Forever.
but I know a lot of people who do know, dude.
Well, we were.
I met him
just-
for the first time a couple
Yeah,
months
we were-
ago.
we were-
Nice
Oh,
guy,
really?
super nice guy.
Yeah, we were just with dude.
Oh, yeah, you were at the what's that skate
That's
park?
Stoner.
Is that Stoner?
Yeah.
Or you did
Because
that-
we skated for Pacific Drive together for a really long time.
He's from San Diego.
No, he's from Madison, Wisconsin,
Do you remember that?
but he lived
kickflip-
in San Diego for a long time.
kickflip nose manual.
Which one?
Shorties, and fulfilled the dream, and he fucking did it down the driveway. All the way. It's
Yes,
his
I do
first
remember
trick.
that. Yes, I do remember that.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's the first
Snyder-
video of him that I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole video.
That was a good video.
That was that for me. It was the second video I ever saw, but that was like my first video. Like
That,
my
that was your mouse,
dude.
Oh,
first video I ever
and
man.
your
watched.
Manic Marty, or whatever whatever that
Mouse.
impressionable video
Oh,
is.
dude,
yeah.
that's what we were talking about this earlier. I mean, it was Pete. Like I saw Smolik, and that was automatically the most. Like, he was the epitome of what I wanted to become as a skateboarder. Just based on like I didn't know him. I just was like he skated to a rap song, and he's like super gangster. He's throwing up West Side and shit. And I'm
and
like,
he's really good.
and he was really good.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah.
yeah.
And he's wearing that sick ass shirt that I want to wear. And so I was like, yep, that's all about it. But
Yeah.
I saw Misled Youth first, and then I saw Fulfill the Dream, and I was like,
Wow, two very different videos.
Yeah.
dude, it was so perfect because the kid I grew up skating with, he only liked Zero, and he only listened he listened to a lot of shit, but he would listen to like Guar, Slipknot, Metallica, Slayer. I'm over here listening to fucking like Rapafote, E40,
Mac Dre.
like, Mac Dre,
Yeah.
fucking Tupac, Biggie.
Hieroglyphics. Did you do the underground shit?
I did, but
Yeah.
not as much. I did
Pep
listen
Love
to the
is
Grouch.
pretty dope.
Yeah, he's good.
Grouch, you fuck with Grouch?
Of course, Living
Dude,
Legends. Yeah.
Yep. Living Legend. I was really big into Living Legends.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Dude, at my homie's funeral, that was the last song they played was fucking God damn it. I can't remember the song. I know if I heard it, but it was a
Grouch song or
no, it
Living
was a
Legends song?
hieroglyph Living
Hieroglyphics?
Legends. Living Legends song. I was
Okay.
like, fuck, that was so sick. I mean, like my homie had obviously passed away, but like they play this song, like this was his favorite song. I was like, what a fucking G, son.
Memorable, yeah,
I was
that's
like,
cool.
hell yeah.
That's cool.
And if I ever die, when I die, I'm gonna fucking.
No,
I'm
you're gonna
gonna live forever, bro.
you're gonna live forever, dude.
Dude.
With all that energy.
Yeah,
I
you'd
want-
be running marathons
I
at night.
want
it
Tell
sounds
Me When
like.
to Go, bro. That's my
Yeah.
song. That's my go out song. I don't
Tell
give
Me
a
When to
fuck.
Go?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This face. This face.
Hey, so you were Connor, you were telling me that you had some questions, that some people had some questions for Kyle, right?
Well, yeah. Oh.
But real quick, isn't that getting dark? Do we need to bring some lighting in, or
Oh,
we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here, keep talking.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah. Sorry. It's my job.
Production guy.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I unplugged it, so we gotta plug the fan.
Yeah. I guess some people have some questions for you, Kyle. That's
I will
what,
hopefully answer them.
Kind of already covered them.
Did we really?
Yeah, because it was like, how did you get involved with?
We talked about old
with
friends.
Old friends.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you
Okay.
got that.
Okay.
And then we wanted to talk about the part, which we already had talked about.
Okay.
We're
Dude.
good.
I did want to talk about your trick specifically, though.
shit.
What is that noise?
Which one?
I fucking like. I don't.
It's
That-
probably,
you
it's
hear
probably
that?
I
outside.
don't hear it.
Oh.
It's crazy how like these microphones are really good because they pick up a lot of stuff that's like not that close.
This
you
is
know?
just like it's like a really good interview. I just don't want these fools to be like, "What the fuck is that noise in the back?" Either way,
Paul's 3 tricks.
Paul's three
Oh,
tricks.
boy.
You had
No,
dude the one.
Nose grind, nose grind.
No, it was the dude.
The
That's
nose
cool.
the nose blunt slide transfer.
The half cab crook,
Fakey half cab crooks. Shove
Shove
it out.
it,
I love that shit.
pop
dude.
out on in the middle of a ledge.
So good.
Tell me that's what the fucking first thing I said to you when I grabbed. I went over to Paul. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Half cab fucking back nose grind, shove, pop out on a ledge.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Wasn't it sick how Walker edited it too? Like the slow mo right on beat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
It
was
was-
so sick.
It wasn't easy though, and I think like
Fuck no.
it's so weird that I'm thanking people. But honestly, the only reason it worked out, and this is why skateboarding is so tight, because like my mother-in-law lives in North Phoenix, right?
Okay.
And we go out there to visit, take the baby out there, whatever, you know.
Shout out
And-
Apollo.
Yeah, exactly. And so I know people because they skate for Killing Floor, which is a board company based out of Oregon.
Okay.
And Josh Anderson is pro for them. So I got to know this crew, and 2 of the dudes that skate for the brand live in Phoenix. So I was like, anytime I'm in Phoenix, I'm going to hit you guys up. And I straight up was like, hey, I'm working on this thing. I know you guys got a VX, because Walker was like very Like, and this fool was more strict than Walker was about like, hey, if you're gonna film tricks for the video, you gotta film VX. I'm like, I don't know that many people with the VX anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like that sucks. Like, I don't know what to do. But so I know Andrew had one, and they're like, we got you. So they like took me to spots to film a trick, like
Sick.
just because they were down, not because they were waiting for something. Like, that's what's so meaningful. And it's like, it's hard because you're like, dude, these guys are going out of their way to like meet up with me and like show me these really good spots. And Phoenix has a lot of good spots that people don't know about. And they took me to that metal ledge, and it was, I think that's,
It's all good.
That's
Sorry,
you.
that's me.
and yeah, it was kind of crazy. So it took
Love
me,
that trick.
It took me a while to film
Dude,
that.
That was a
that's
battle?
so that was in
It
Phoenix.
was a battle. Yeah,
That's in North Phoenix.
it's in North Phoenix.
Damn. Dude.
Well, actually, sorry, that spot is like Peoria area, like
Yeah,
by
yeah,
where
yeah.
the Cardinal Stadium is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, sick.
And I was telling these guys, because Walker was like really hyped on the clip. I'm like, you guys got to go to that spot, because it's like a super long ledge, metal coping, in like this industrial area that
There's like
you'll
nobody
never
Never
get
a
kicked
bus.
out. Yeah. And Walker would destroy it. And like you could even do like other shit there, like you can like do tricks and like transfer over a ledge and then hit that ledge and like skate over a wall and then hit that ledge. Like, there's all these options. I'm like, dude, if this spot was in San Diego or LA,
Oh,
it
it
would
already
be
been
over.
Murdered. Yeah.
Son, it would be fucking demolished
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
It would, like, who did what, and was it Switch? That's
Yeah.
like the questions that obviously come out.
Right.
Well, damn, guys, we're about to hit an hour 30.
Yeah, I think it's good.
We answered all the questions.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Did we talk enough about Kyle? That's my...
fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
I think it's
think
amazing,
so.
dude. Honestly, what I want to know though is like the one thing I did want to ask you before we wrap it up is like, what are your future plans with this? I mean, I know you talked about old friends, and you guys are doing these packs, these PT packs. You're also doing, other things to separate you from just being another clothing company. It's almost like a lifestyle brand in a sense, but also promoting health for not even just skateboarders, but active people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other future plans that you want to keep doing, or are you trying to move?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I think just getting more involved with old friends and trying to find ways to to educate the skateboard population on rehab, fitness, health, how to navigate the healthcare system, stuff like that.
Dude,
When they do get hurt, how to decide whether the doctor that they're seeing is a good doctor, whether the PT that they're seeing is a good PT, whether the chiro that they're seeing is a good chiro. Just trying to, educate skaters on stuff like that. So we're trying to figure out platforms on how to do that. So we're thinking about doing some sort of PT fitness app through Old Friends,
Whoa.
like a rehab app. We're thinking about just doing some sort of podcast or video format type thing, just to talk about the health related issues that skateboarders go through, or the issues that skateboarders have navigating the healthcare system, because it can be a daunting task, and that's why a lot of skaters don't seek healthcare. So just trying to push that type of thing to get to the broader skateboard world, and also seeing as many skaters as I can at the clinic. So yeah.
I cannot say how important I think that last point is about navigating the healthcare system. I mean, dude,
It's a big one.
I mean, that's not even just skateboarders. That's worldwide. That's people.
Mhm.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
What would you offer in terms of like helping navigate? Is it like guidance? Is it like, hey, this is where you should go? The type of like maybe PPO, HMOs, or like.
I'm still thinking about that one. I'm
Okay.
still letting that one marinate in my brain. But it's an important topic that I'm going to need to develop some firm guidelines on in the future. And that's what you talk about what my passion is.
Yep.
I think I'm glad that skaters are starting to get more into being healthy and more into, just living a healthier lifestyle. But, just like with any other industry, there's some stuff, there's some quacky shit out there as far as the health world.
Oh yeah.
So I want to make sure that, I can give guidelines on, all right, you're seeing this doctor. Do you really need, I mean, is what they're telling you, is that really good advice or is it just bullshit? Just trying to help skaters out with stuff like that.
Because
So
you care, dude.
I care, of course.
You care.
Yeah.
But that's, as you're talking to me right now, I mean, people who can't like watch this, they're not seeing the passion and like they're not seeing what you're like saying to me right now. And I just see, I feel it.
Yeah.
That's fucking legit, because when people are actually trying to do something positive and like really help other people, it's refreshing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Appreciate that.
Dude.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Dude, please,
Yeah.
anytime you need any promotion or any type of like, dude, if you want to promote the pack or whatever, fucking let me know, bro.
I will.
Anything on the real.
Yeah.
Because I fuck with people who got passion. I fuck with people who are like really just, you're hustling, you're definitely motivating. You got homies right here who fucking back you super hard. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
I hope somebody is going to be able to listen to this and be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Thank you.
The homies.
Yeah.
Dude.
The homies.
Thank you
The
so
homies.
much.
For life.
Dude, old friends.
Yeah.
Old friends.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
Paul, Dr. Kyle Brown,
Yeah.
where can the people find you?
My Instagram is at dr.kylebrown, I think. Yep.
Mhm.
Find me there.
All right.
Yep.
Paul Sewell, Latin
Cheers.
Leroy.
Latino Leroy.
Oh,
yeah.
Latino Leroy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, boys.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Thanks for having me.
Fuck yeah. Anytime.
Yeah.
Peace.
Cheers.